Act as if. Act as if is a very powerful concept when it is put into action in the right way. 1 Corinthians 9:24 through 27 says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the game goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like a man running aimlessly. I do not fight like a man beating the air. No, I beat my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize." That was the Apostle Paul. He was talking about how he used self-discipline and self-control to make sure that his actions were right. That is what act as if is. It allows you to choose how to be when your feelings don't really match your actions. When your feelings are doing something else, but you know what you should do and what would be healthy in the circumstance, you channel your feelings, you put them under control, and you choose to act a different way than your feelings would dictate. So picture, for example, how it would be if you were able to put all my principles and all my truths into action in your life perfectly, and you were able to live by the Bible and obey everything that you know that it teaches you to do. Imagine how you would be. How would you respond? How would you talk? How would you act? How would you be in response to that difficult person in your life? That is what you would be doing if, even though you were still struggling inside, you were able to act as if you could put all those principles into practice. Let me give you some examples. Picture yourself detaching from somebody's moods, anger, blame, problems that they bring into their life. Picture yourself completely detached, being able to separate yourself from that and not take it on as yours. And until you're able to feel detached, you need to act detached. You need to say, I'm going to do what I would be doing if I were detached from this person's moods and I were not accepting their blame, even though inside I am affected by those moods. I am affected by that anger. I am struggling with that blame. I know it's not mine, but I'm still feeling affected by it. I'm still taking some on, but I know it's not mine. So I'm going to act like I'm detached from that. Now, this is not ignoring your feelings. It's not stuffing them and pretending they're not there. It's facing reality and then choosing how you're going to act. Imagine yourself acting as if you're strong and not afraid when you set that boundary in your life that you've wanted to set, but you know that this person is not going to respect your boundary, and there's going to have to be some follow through, and you're really scared, but you know you need to do it. So you act as if you're not scared. You stick to your boundary and put that boundary into place. The next one, imagine yourself saying your truth confidently, even though inside you're struggling and you still have some self-doubt, but you speak it confidently. You hold to your truth. You don't allow the other person to invalidate you or see that they're making you doubt yourself. Instead, you deal with those struggles inside and you still speak confidently. What about if you act as if you're enjoying your life, moving forward, doing things that are good for you, even though inside you're still having some trouble letting go of the worry and the concern about that person in your life, that loved one who's making bad choices. But instead of allowing the obsession to dictate your behavior, you act as if you're enjoying other things and you make yourself go. You make yourself get involved. You make yourself show up. That's acting as if. What if you act as if that button pusher in your life, that person who pushes those buttons repeatedly and gets to you, what if you act as if they're not getting to you? What if you act as if you're not affected by that? You're not biting that hook. That is acting as if. Okay, here's the great benefit about acting as if. It allows you to make choices that are healthy in your life, even though you're still struggling internally. And the best news about it is eventually you're not acting anymore. These actions that are healthy become natural and normal. Thank you for watching this video on Change My Relationship.